welcome back to Sky Girl Reporter. So today we have a very, very, very special episode with Jeff Zevely. And so last week he came to my house and he interviewed me for his show, so go check that out. And then I interviewed him. Everything was fine, except I kept on calling him Zeverly. Oops, when his name was actually Zevely. So I hope you enjoy watching, so let's get started. So first, Jeff Zevely came over to my house with his cameraman, and they interviewed me for his show, Zeverly Zone. I want to help people. I also want to tell stories. Like, I see a lot of interesting stories on the news that I'm really interested in, and when they say coming up, I'm like, Dad, can you save that story for me? And we filmed some promos from his show.
All right. Microphone, reporter pad, and a t-shirt that reads,
Make your voice count.
Meet Sky, the 9-year-old reporter.
After they were done filming for the Zeverly Zone, I asked him if I could interview him. Hope you enjoy it. Hi everyone, welcome back to Sky Girl Reporter. And today I am here with Jeff Zevely from the Zeverly Zone, and I'm really excited to interview him. So let's get started. So I would like to say thank you for you being here.
Oh, my pleasure. I can't believe I'm in the Sky Zone. Let's do it.
And the first question is, how do you become a reporter?
That's a really good question. It kind of depends. For me, I was told you'll never get on TV in San Diego, so you gotta move to the smallest town in America where they really need someone on the news, and then work your way up slowly and then get back on the news in a big city like San Diego. So that's what I did, starting out in Farmington, New Mexico.
Wow.
You ever heard of Farmington, New Mexico?
No, I know that it's somewhere in New Mexico.
That's good, that's good.
Why did you want to be a reporter?
You know, I love telling stories, but I thought, wouldn't it be cool if you had a job where you never had enough time to get it all done and you were under deadline, as opposed to somebody with a boring job who just looks at the clock all day and thinks, I can't wait until it's 5 o'clock and I can go home. At 5 o'clock when our news comes on, that's when my story airs, and so all day we're in a hurry to get our work done, so the time goes really fast.
That sounds very, very fun and hard. But I want to do it. I want to do it.
That's good.
How long have you been a reporter?
Woo, good question. 27 years? That's a long time, isn't it?
What do you love about being a reporter?
Well, I love interviewing people and meeting people. And Sky, we really need talented, energetic people like you in our industry right now to go out and tell stories. It's so important. So I'm proud of you, and I really hope that you end up getting on TV and pursuing all of your dreams.
Thank you. What is the hardest part about being a reporter?
You know, in the Zeverly Zone now, my segment, I get to tell all good stories. They make you feel good and warm on the inside. But when I was a younger reporter, I had to cover sad stories like crime and fire. And there were some days when, you know, I would cry at work because sometimes you interview somebody who's having their worst day ever. So I would say that that's the hardest part about being a reporter, is covering stories that are oftentimes quite sad.
That makes me sad. What qualities should a good reporter have?
You know, I think that you have all the qualities to be a good reporter. You're prepared, you have all of your questions, and you know what? You're a good listener. Every time I talk, I can tell that you're listening instead of preparing yourself to talk. You're actually absorbing what I'm saying, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. Is there anything else people should know about being a reporter?
Wow. Well, for me, it's been a great career. I've loved it, and I don't plan on quitting anytime soon, but yeah, it's been a dream come true. I really feel like if you have a job that you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
So now we're going to move on to the Zeverly Zone questions. What is the Zeverly Zone?
Well, that's a good question. The Zevely Zone is a segment that airs on the news in San Diego, and what we do is we go out and we just tell good news stories, feel-good stories about San Diegans. Stories that make you feel good on the inside, stories that celebrate San Diegans who have done great things. I think you need the Sky Zone. I like that. Sky Zone.
Why did you start the Zeverly Zone?
Well, that is a question that takes a little bit of time to answer. A legend in our market, Larry Himmel, was a feature reporter for decades and decades, and Larry was the best at what he did, and unfortunately, Larry passed away to pancreatic cancer, and our station needed someone to step up and try to somehow fill his gigantic shoes and keep telling good news stories in San Diego, and the Zevely Zone was born.
Well, that's a really interesting story. What is your goal with the Zeverly Zone?
My goal each and every night is to present a story that is understandable, fun to watch, and something that will celebrate a San Diegan for an accomplishment that they made and hopefully make the viewers feel good. That's my ultimate goal.
How long have you been doing the Zeverly Zone?
I think the Zevely Zone has been on the air for 7 or 8 years.
Wow. What do you love about the Zeverly Zone?
Well, I love being able to tell stories that you don't normally see on the news. And every segment of our newscast is important. The first segment is usually something that's either breaking news or a crime or something in court. And then we share the weather of the day, and then we share the sports of the day. And sometimes it's hard to squeeze in a feature story, something that just makes you feel good. And so I enjoy being able to go out and tell a story that makes people feel good, something that is about the community, a story like yours, Sky.
So that was my last question.
Okay.
So I would like to say thank you to Mr. Zeverly for an amazing time, and I just really loved it, so thank you.
You're welcome, Sky. Thank you for having me in the Sky Zone.
I hope to see you next time on Sky Girl Reporter with a new person telling us what their job is and you learning. Bye!
You guys totally have this down. Totally.
We-
Jeff and I work exactly the same way.
That's
It's
well
like-
done.